How are you doing, Felipe?
I am struggling like everybody else, and that's exactly where I want to be. I want to be in it. So every day is not perfect. Every day is a challenge, and something new. And I work with quite a few people in and around the construction industry. So there's a lot of people in the same boat.
How do you facilitate creating empathy in a distant society?
Start within. And I thought, reflected on this when the pandemic first hit. How is this going to change how I work? And what's going on in where we are in the United States and in the world too? We're seeing things that we've never seen before. And I thought connections make my experiences better. And that's where I started from. So when things happened, I was able to pivot right away because feeling with people is something that I know from my own experiences definitely had massive impact on me. And luckily for me, I got into Brené Brown like 7 years ago. And I wanted to share my favorite of all time Brené Brown quote. And I'll just put it there on the screen so people can read it. And that's what is exactly resonated with me. And when I heard her say it in her talk about the power of vulnerability, I thought the best experiences in my life have not always been thought of as the best experience while I was having it. And the cool thing is with people, you get some different perspective. And with people that you trust, you know that you're in a caring environment. And the difference between empathy and sympathy, and I think I used to confuse it way long time ago, but thank you, Brené, for helping me understand the difference. Empathy connects. You have to be in the person's shoes. You have to put yourself in their place. That means that something inside of you knows what they're going through. Whereas sympathy is you're giving someone pity or you're feeling sorry for them. And I've got a story to tell about that. But when I thought about this, getting ready for this talk, I remember, what Brené taught in that power of vulnerability speech. And she said, you have to be able to recognize the other person's truth and their emotions. I can't tell you how many times people have broken down and been real. And it's been for the better. It's made people tighter and closer together. It's made project teams work better together when they see, oh, the leader of the project is struggling too. It's not just me, right? It's not just me. The part that Brené also brought, and this was research based on, I believe it was a woman that was studying nursing fields and other care fields where care was like critically important to the job. She said, you can't judge. So if you're in a situation where someone is, being emotional or struggling with something, you can't judge. And if you put yourself in their place, you're there with them. She said, you have to communicate that to the person you're with or the group of people you're with. So I have to first understand, like, who am I talking with?
Yes.
What's their state of mind? And then quickly connect. And it could be like 10 people, 30 people. I've had as many as 50 people, and make those connections with each of them individually and not think of them as a big group, like a one mass thing, because they're not. They're all individuals. They just so happen to be working on this project. And when I do that and approach it that way, I get different results than when I tried doing it the other way, which I learned a decade ago. One size fits all is not right. And the same is true, especially with creating empathy and connections with people. You have to connect with them right where they are, at the moment they are, for exactly what they need. And don't put yourself in it. Brené said, don't judge, communicate, connect, don't solve the problem.